أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm answering on behalf of everyone else.
Everyone, inshallah.
Everyone gets the hasana.
Inshallah, inshallah. I'm just confirming that everyone can see my screen. Is that correct?
I can.
So
Can
this
anybody,
is the
if
nusuk.
anybody can't see the screen, give a thumbs down maybe.
I'm talking about the
Yeah, all
nusuk.
good.
All good?
Alhamdulillah.
So you can see the Islamic Travel logo and the eWallet page.
Yes,
Correct?
brother. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
alhamdulillah. Okay, so the purpose of the meeting today is to go through, inshallah, tomorrow, so the 20th, is the scheduled date for the eWallet and some of the packages to start becoming functional on the Nusuk website. When we say the 20th now, just to clarify, the dates we're talking about is Saudi time on the 20th. So it could be sort of late evening tomorrow on the 20th. Could be Saudi time in the morning that they activate. And we are 8 hours ahead. So if they activate it at 8 o'clock in the morning, it'll be 4 o'clock in the afternoon for us. If they do it at midnight, it'll be 8 o'clock in the morning for us. So when we say the 20th, please, at 5 minutes past 12 after midnight tonight, don't send a message saying my eWallet's not active. Okay, so give it a bit of time. It's the 20th Saudi time, which is going to be much later in the day, our time, inshallah. Once it becomes active, for those that aren't aware, you have the option of activating your wallet. You can click on activate. This would generally say activate eWallet if you haven't already activated. Okay, or if you have activated, you can click on the top up button. Okay, when your wallet is active, or what's called active with this green line, and you have this page in front of you, well, this page in front of you on your desktop. So you'll have your preferred category that you've chosen. It'll tell you how many days are left before Hajj, and you'll click on top up. When you are topping up your eWallet, you're going to have two options. I don't know if you can see it here, but you have the option for credit card, and you have the option for bank transfer. Everyone can see that in the top up wallet section. Is that right? Let me just
Maybe
Yes,
make it a little bit
yes,
bigger.
we can see
I can
it.
try and make it a bit bigger, yeah, but not too big, so you can.
Oh, perfect.
Yep, so you can see it there. So you'll choose credit card or bank transfer. If you choose credit card, you'll go to a credit card screen just as you would any other when you're purchasing something online, like on Amazon or eBay or whatever it is that you're using to purchase something, where it'll ask you to enter your credit card details, and you'll pay by credit card. If you choose bank transfer, it'll go to a page asking you to enter your bank details. So we'll go through each of those. Well, particularly we'll go through the bank details one. Okay. If you select bank transfer, okay, you're going to come to a bank transfer page where you're going to be asked to put in certain information. Okay. As even actually this screen here next on the top up your eWallet, you're going to select IBAN or account number. Okay. In Australia, we're using account number. Okay. We are not using IBAN because we don't use IBAN numbers as such in Australia generally. We use account number, which is a BSB, and an account number as such. Okay. So when you have a choice on your top up your eWallet to select IBAN or account number, please select account number. That's very important. Okay. When you are making your first payment, here we select it. We recommend that you do a small payment, $10, $20, $50, whatever it is you want to do. Don't start doing thousands of dollars. Just do a small payment, because what we want to do is make sure that you've entered into either your credit card, the reference number, or if you're doing a bank transfer, you've entered the correct IBAN number for the Saudi account, okay, for your international transfer. And when the money lands in there, it means that you know that when you transfer to that same account, the money is going to go to the right eWallet. But if you do $10,000 or $15,000 in the first hit, and it's the wrong number, you've typed in the wrong number by mistake, that's going to be a headache for you. We can't help you to recover that money. You're going to have to go to the bank to recover the money. So please do a small transfer initially. Okay. Once that transfer, excuse me, is successful, or even before you do the transfer or after that first transfer, please contact your bank This is very, very important. So please make a note. Contact your bank and let them know you are going to make a large amount transfer, whether it's by credit card or by bank transfer, to a Saudi account, and give them the account details and ask them not to block that transfer. Last year, quite a number of people did the small test transfer. Fantastic, it worked. Then they started putting $10,000 and then wanted to do another 10, and suddenly the bank was thinking, what's going on here? And they thought it was like a fraud type thing, and they blocked the transfers, and people had to contact their bank and go through ID and this and that. So let your bank know beforehand that you're planning to make this large transfers, okay? And you can even give them the IBAN number, which I'll show you. You're going to get that IBAN number from the Saudi account through this process. So we're using an IBAN number to pay to Saudi, but we don't have IBAN numbers in Australia, just to clarify that. Yeah. So when you're selecting bank transfer, when you select credit card, it's straightforward. Enter your credit card details, off you go. And you'll have a particular reference number you'll be given. Make sure you use that reference number for the payment so that it goes into your correct eWallet. With the account number, bank transfer, excuse me, select account number. Obviously, if we're in Australia or whatever country, you'll put that country, but in Australia, we're working on here. You'll put Australia, and the beneficiary account. This is your bank details, okay? This is your bank details. This is particularly important for when you want to receive a refund of any monies or excess money from your Nusuk eWallet. You'll put your bank account number under beneficiary account. For the clearing code, you'll put the BSB number. So everybody knows we have a BSB number and account number in Australia. So the clearing code, you put the BSB number. For the beneficiary account, you put your account number.
Huh? Huh?
Okay. For the beneficiary bank, that's your bank. So if it's Westpac, Commonwealth Bank, National, whatever it is, you put just the name of your bank, and then you put your bank's address. If you don't know your address, you can put in your BSB number into Google search, and it'll give you a bank address. So just type BSB space and your BSB number, and it'll give you your bank's address. Put that in there with the state of your bank and the city being the suburb. So your bank suburb name goes here, and your bank address postcode goes in here. So this top box here is all to do with your bank account and your bank's details, not your address, your bank's address details. Please, this is very important. Use this document, which we've sent out, as your reference point for the thing. Then in the next line, this is where you'll put your address. And for the street address, last year, we don't know if they fixed it this year. Last year, you couldn't put any numeric digits in there. Okay, so you had to put, if you're in number 5 Smith Street, you have to type in the word 5, right? And then you put the street name in the second section. Okay, and so on and so forth. And then there'll be city, international country, all that sort of thing. So it's very important for the street address. If it doesn't take the numbers, if you're trying to put numbers in, okay, now you know, you don't need to contact anyone to ask. You just put in the number. So if you're number 10, you type in TN. If you're number 20, whatever it is. If you live in a unit or apartment, okay, unit or apartment, you can type in, so if you're at number 1/5, such and such, you can type in 1 space 5 and then continue on. Or some people have even just put number 5. They didn't put the actual unit number and so on and so forth. It didn't make a difference for them last year. But it is important. In the top section here is your bank details, your account number and your BSB number, and then your street address details below that. Okay. After you enter your account details and you click to go to the next page, it's going to generate for you your eWallet account and an eWallet IBAN number. So this one has been blocked out. Okay. But everybody will get their own unique eWallet IBAN number. Okay. And that is the number that you're going to transfer, the account you're going to transfer the money to. So you'll get the bank name, is it Al Rajhi Bank? We're assuming it's going to be the same this year, whatever it is, it'll be. It'll give you a SWIFT code, which is an international clearing code number. It'll give you an IBAN number, which is the account number. And this IBAN number is going to have letters and numbers. Okay, letters and numbers. You need to include the entire sequence, all the letters and all the numbers without any spaces when you're entering into your bank for the international transfer. It'll give you the beneficiary bank address, because when you're doing an international transfer, your bank will ask you for the beneficiary bank address, and you can copy these, like, copy these from here, and it gives you the beneficiary name, Saudi Company for Visa and Travel Solutions. So that's basically the account name of who's getting the money from you, the eWallet section, and the country is Saudi Arabia. Okay, so this is how when you're transferring from your bank account, you'll do it, and I'll do this very quickly. You'll enter account number. Do not select IBAN. Please select account number, Australia. In this case, we're in Australia. If you're in New Zealand, put New Zealand. The beneficiary account is your account number, your BSB number in the clearing code, and your bank details.
No,
And your
we don't
bank
know.
details.
No, we don't know.
Okay, and the below line your address, and this information here is what you want to copy. Okay, to enter into your bank. So you can copy this section here, make a note of it, copy it. You'll be able to access it at any time when you log into your eWallet. So when you come in to log into, when you log into your Nusuk account and you come into here and you click on View eWallet, when you click on View eWallet, you will see this page down here. Okay, so you'll access it anytime. You don't have to worry about if you don't get all the information straight away now. You'll be able to get it at any time that you log into your eWallet, into your Nusuk profile. You can see your eWallet details. You'll see the IBAN, you'll see the SWIFT code. So anybody that's done an international transfer from their bank account, that's how you'll do it. You'll go to your bank, you'll click on international transfer. It'll ask you for the account name, account number, which is the IBAN number. It'll ask you for the bank name, the bank address. It'll ask you for a SWIFT code. And so all that information you need is here. And then you'll do your put the amount in Australian dollars, and it'll give you a conversion into you'll select that you want it to go in Saudi Riyals. You'll put in the amount that you need to put in for the equivalent Saudi Riyals and do the transfer. Okay. If there are multiple people attached to your Nusuk account, so if it's a family with a primary account holder and different account holders, then once you've previewed all of your packages and you've selected your package, you've gone to the room, you've selected your flight, you'll be able to see in your shopping cart how much the total for those 3 people, 2 people, 4 people, how much that comes to in Saudi Riyals. And you need to load all of that money into this one primary account holder's e-wallet. Okay, this is very important. You're not loading money into each individual person's e-wallet. You're loading it all into the primary Nusuk person's e-wallet. Okay, and from that primary account holder, you'll do the purchase when the booking starts. So it's very, very straightforward to load the e-wallet. So we'll just before I go into the flights and the group flights and the couple of changes that have happened there, just a quick session if anybody has any questions regarding e-wallet. This is questions only regarding the e-wallet, please.
So just a quick snapshot summary of what Yusuf talked about. So he basically mentioned that there's two ways to make payment into your e-wallet. It's bank transfer and credit card or debit card payment. That's number one. Number two, he mentioned that the first thing you need to do is contact your bank and let them know you are going to do a large bank transfer to Saudi Arabia before you transfer any money. And then if you're doing a bank transfer, you're gonna be obviously knowing the IBAN number, which he mentioned in the details, for you to make a transfer. So contact your bank. That's one of the most important things. And then the other thing he mentioned is follow the directions which he gave in terms of what you should put where you should put a postcode of the bank or your own address. All these things, if you follow them as per the instructions that Yusuf gave, you won't be coming back and saying, what do I need to do? It will be a very smooth process and you'll get through it very quickly, inshallah. The other thing is you're going to do a practice small transaction. So you're going to do a small transaction practice. So whether it's $20, $30, $50, or $100, you practice based on whether you're doing a bank transfer or credit card or debit card payment to make sure you know how long it's taking and if it works, for you without any stoppages from the bank or anything like that. And the last thing is basically if you have multiple people on an account. So say, for example, I'm a husband and I'm the primary person and I have my wife as the secondary person on my application, you're going to make sure that you've selected the packages, right, that you want when they're uploaded onto the Nusuk website. And you're going to add the flights and you'll know what the total cost would be for you to transfer into your e-wallet. So you'll be transferring preferably from one account into the e-wallet. So if you've got two people and it's $15,000 each as a total, you'll be putting 30,000 as a simple example into your e-wallet, covering both people from that one application. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khair. I'll just do some of the questions that came in the chat, then I'll come to the put your hand up for those. I've got Brother Muhammad there, but I'll just get a couple of questions in the chat quickly. Is there an option for cash payment? Yes, you can go to your bank and you can ask you to do it over the counter with the bank, if your bank will take over the counter deposits. If you put your residence as whatever you've put down as your residence in your Nusuk profile is what, because somebody's asking you got a New Zealand and Australian account. So if you put your residence as Australia, use your Australian account. If you put your residence as New Zealand, best to put the New Zealand account. One person, we've explained that one person pays for two people. Somebody else can pay on your behalf. Yes. What you do is still set up the account with your profile and your account name on the e-wallet, but then you provide that IBAN, SWIFT code, and Saudi bank details to somebody else if they're going to make the payment. Yep. The transfer code for a credit card is simply when you click on credit card, it's going to ask you how much money you want to transfer. You put it in, and you put in your credit card details, card number, name, expiry date, and the CVV number. Very, very simple, just the way you do any other online payment. And somebody's asked to repeat how the personal address is written. So with the address, it's for your address. If you are at number, like for example, 37 Epping Street, you'll type in 37 as words, and you'll put Epping as words in the street address. Street address line number 1 is the number, but in words. Last year you couldn't put digits in, but perhaps this year they fixed it, so you could put digits in, and if you can, you'll do that. That's how you enter the details in. Somebody had a hand up, but they've dropped their hand, so maybe we've answered the question. Yes, in terms of fees, it's up to you to find out which bank has the best options for you. But whatever you do, if you decide to open up an account with a bank for the purpose of this transfer to save on transaction fees or international transfers fees, do not close that account after you have made the transfer. This is very important. Keep that account open because you need that account to recover any excess money that's in your account or refunds that you might need to get. Okay. With the difference combinations with units, without units, so I've answered that question, I think. If you have units, you can just put the street number, or if you have units, just separated with a space. If you're 1/5, just put 1 space 5, or you can just put number 5. It's your address. It's not gonna make a difference. Answer the cash wallet. Okay. We were saying we have until the 6th of Feb to top up the e-wallet. Well, technically, you have until the day before the booking. So any last-minute top-ups you're going to have to do by credit card because they're the fastest way to get in. If you're doing it by bank transfer, you'll need to do it as soon as you've determined which package you want and the amount, because it can take 5 to 7 days for the transfer to go in. Usually it's faster, but to be safe, we're saying 5 to 7 days. You can start topping up your e-wallet even if other families aren't verified. Obviously, for the number that are well, if you know that you're going without them, for example, then you would still top up the e-wallet. But if not, then you won't. But I would wait till the number of people that you want to go are going and are verified. Then you can top up e-wallet. Okay, so I think we've answered some of the other questions. If you're not verified, you have to wait. Brother Nasrullah, you had a question?
No, yeah, assalamu alaikum. I just ask that, yeah, we haven't been verified yet, so just waiting still.
Yes, yeah, just wait until you're verified because then your e-wallet will become active and then you can top up, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Brother Yusuf, I want to ask you now, I'm trying to log on to the app, the Nusuk app, when we try to log in now, I made the account online, but I've downloaded the app. So I tried to log in, and I put down as international visitor. So
No, Raj, let me just stop you there.
Yeah.
The app on the phone has nothing to do with Hajj.
Okay. So we only tried to use the online website. Is that correct?
You can only use the try or no try. You can only use the online website for
Okay.
Hajj. Yeah.
Can you send us the link in the chat? That way, I want to try top up the account now by about $10 and see how we go.
You can't attach. It's not, as I said in the talk. I'm not sure if you heard me or if you jumped in late.
Yeah.
The eWallet is not active yet for top up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to come from the 20th Saudi time, which will probably be tomorrow night our time. And so if you've created an account on Nusuk Hajj website, you just go to the Nusuk Hajj website and log into your account and follow the process as I went through before, or follow the PDF document which I put on the WhatsApp group, inshallah. Okay.
Inshallah. And also now for the groups, I remember speaking to you about it, that I tried to add someone on the group. He still didn't show. So should I email them and tell them before I top up the e-wallet?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'll email them, inshallah.
Yeah. Brothers, please, sisters, if we're having questions about the e-wallet now, somebody asked, will we be given the total amount to pay before the transfer? Yes, of course. So you'll have, from the time that the e-wallet is active, you know, we've already given you a range of pricing. So you know nothing's going to cost less than $13,000. Okay. So you can start loading up if you wanted to. You can load up $5,000, $10,000 if you're verified and you know you're planning to go, inshallah. Once the packages are online, as I said, you'll put the package into your shopping cart. You'll put the flight into your shopping cart. It'll give you the total amount that your package costs in Saudi riyals, and you go ahead and top up that amount. But as we're going to talk and explain to people, you should have a backup package in case your package is not available. So you have a backup package, and whichever is the most expensive of the two, you make sure you've got enough for that in there. You have to wait to be verified before you can top up. Can we use third-party bank providers such as XC? We've said this a number of times. We do not recommend doing this because you won't get your money back. Okay. Can we pay installments? You can pay installments up until the booking time, and then all the money has to be in there at the time of booking. And definitely we want to pay installments because we ask you to pay a small amount to top up to test that it's working. Yes, you can withdraw money from the e-wallet on change of circumstances, but withdrawal will only happen after Hajj. So this is something to keep in mind. You can activate the withdrawal before Hajj starts or during Hajj time, but it's likely the money will only get the function of the withdrawal will only activate after Hajj. Okay. No app. We're not using the app. And are we able to save questions? This questions is specifically related to e-wallet. The next part of the talk has nothing to do with the e-wallet, so that's why we're taking questions now. There's no limit to how many times you can transfer. Do we need to top up? Yes, top up a little bit more than you need. So I think the questions are all very much the same. Refund issues on packages will be available on the package. All the refund rules will be on the package there at that time. There's a question before I move. Last question now from, it just says B.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lala. I was just asking, so we see, and I do apologize if this has been covered in this session or a previous session. I just wanted to know, for example, if we top up our wallet based on, for example, whatever package we're seeing. So if we see a package that's 15,000, we top up for 15, or if there's as you said, a backup, we top up for the backup, which is say 20,000. Now, if we've got another person attached to our application that is still not verified, obviously, if I'm choosing, say, the 20K one as a backup, and for two people, it'll be 40K. So I'll put it in. When the packages are released, or when we are able to, start purchasing them or start paying through the credit card, does the other person have to be verified that's attached to you for you to be able to purchase for them?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. And
they have to be verified for you to be able to purchase.
Yeah.
You can top up as much as you want in the e-wallet, but if they're not verified at the booking time, you can't purchase for them.
Okay, so if they're not verified, you can you still go ahead with the purchase for the one person? Like you won't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's all I need to know. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Fauzan had a question.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum, brother. Sorry, I just want to clarify one thing about the credit card thing. Under credit card section, do we still have to enter the address as well, or the credit card is very straightforward?
No, I don't think. Well, I think it might ask you for your email, the credit card, whatever normally that you do with a credit card payment. It's a normal online credit card payment function, so it's going to ask for whatever security things it's asking for, and you just answer that as normal.
Excellent. Another associate question with this one. Would I be able to, before I top up eWallet, would I be able to see the packages, like the pricing and all? I mean,
yes,
or do I have to wait?
No, of course, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
Everything will be there.
Brother Yusuf, regarding the ticket, when that will come, and how much that roughly we expecting to have to top up for the tickets, roughly?
It will be on the package. You'll see everything online. When it's all available, everything will be there.
Perfect.
So everything is there.
Excellent.
Dr. Omar?
Yeah, so in my case, out of 7, 2 are not verified yet.
Yes.
But would I be able to upload money for them? Let's say 5 people is 50,000, for example. So can I load 70,000 for 7 people? And if they're not verified, then I'll get that money back.
Correct.
And in case of credit card, the money will come back direct to the credit card.
Yes. If that's your only method of way that you've paid, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let me move on to, it's 8 o'clock, so we've got half an hour. Let me move on to the next section. And also, if people can please not do any annotations on the screen and things like that, it's disruptive and disturbs the process, inshallah. So now I'm sharing my screen. Can everyone see that it says new update to custom flight booking options? Should say?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Let me just open up this. Okay, so as we mentioned last time regarding group flights and custom flights, actually it doesn't matter what we mentioned. I'll go through what the current process is. There's been a change now to the flight booking process. What has remained the same, there are still 3 stages that we're in at the moment. We're currently in the registration and verification stage. From tomorrow, January the 20th, I'm not sure what time, it'll be Saudi time, so a bit later for us. Up until February the 9th, we'll be in the review the package and load the eWallet stage. The packages are scheduled to be loaded onto Nusuk in stages. So not all packages will be on Nusuk at once. They'll be coming on stages. We'll let you know which of the packages that are there, ours are loaded up. And we'll have a meeting. Once all of our packages are loaded, we'll have a meeting, a Zoom meeting to talk about each individual package and answer questions about each individual package that is on Nusuk that we are looking after, inshallah, at the time. But the date coming up to the 9th of February, inshallah, they don't change the date again. The first date is 9th of February. It was where the first round of booking will happen, which is the general round of first round of group flight bookings with specific package for Australia. So we will only be able to see packages specific to the country that we're residing in, okay, and make those bookings accordingly. So in group 1, nothing has changed. Country-specific bookings on the 9th of Feb. There'll be group flights attached to the package, so it's specific pre-purchase flights attached to the packages from different cities around Australia for booking in the first round. For Australian Hujjaj to book Australian spaces, there are currently 650 quota. Okay, 650 quota for Australia. Alhamdulillah, we've managed to secure 400, just over 400 flights now, I've heard. 400 flights, group flights from Australia, which is more than enough for everybody that wants a group flight, inshallah, to secure a package out of the 650 quota from Australia. Because there are going to be other companies also selling flights. So we didn't get 650 because that would just be a waste. So we've got 400 flights through Rawaf, Mina, which is the Mutawif that we're working with and we're partnered with on our packages. flights from Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, and Perth. It is expected, as we said last time, and we're just repeating now, that all of the Australian initial 650 quota will sell out in the first round, probably within the first hour and a half, unless the system crashes. Okay, we will be talking about best practice, the best way to secure a package within that first round, in that first hour. We have a session on tips and tricks. We've worked last year for us. And alhamdulillah, we got many people through the line, and we will share that again with all those that are registered with us when the package is online prior to the 9th of February, inshallah. In the second round, okay, so there's been a slight adjustment. In the second round, the packages that are going to be sold are going to be for countries that are specific to Nusuk, okay, countries on Nusuk that don't have packages built specifically for that country. What this means is countries like America, UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, some European countries have packages built specifically for that country. So we have packages built specifically for Australian Hujjaj to go because there are enough Hujjaj to fill up that package. For the rest of the countries, many sort of some European countries, Asian countries, just about all the South American countries like Argentina, Brazil, while they have a quota of perhaps 500, okay, or 400 quota, only a few dozen people go at a time on the Nusuk platform. So they don't build packages for those countries, like full packages for those countries, but they still allow those people to utilize their quota to book packages. So all of the packages that we have that were available in round one from all the countries open up to all these other countries, small countries with small Muslim populations, to book a package for themselves from their country's quota. They're not taking anybody else's quota. It's from their country's quota, and they have a chance to book packages for themselves in that round too. Okay, so this is still part of each country's specific quota for themselves. There's no pooling of quota. There's no moving of quota, but it's for countries that have small amounts. So a place, for example, like Christmas Island in Australia actually has a quota of packages. We'd have a quota of packages, but just about everybody there has been to Hajj. So they don't really get people, taking up all the spaces. Argentina has a decent amount of quota, but they get a few dozen. Brazil, Chile, Mexico, all these places, things like that.
Just to highlight, just in regards to what you're saying, is last year in the last couple of rounds from those smaller countries like the Belaruses and the smaller islands and some countries which many countries that don't fill their quota, there was about 15,000 places left by the last couple of rounds. So it's basically there for whoever's ready to take them, basically. Yeah, sorry, Yusuf.
So in round three, this is where the changes occurred now. So round three is where anybody that is planning to book a custom flight, can whoever is putting their pen and annotating on the screen, please stop doing that? I haven't got time to find the thing to switch it off now. All excess quota, okay, from all the countries around the world are pooled into the Nusuk platform. So there could be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 excess quota are pulled into the Nusuk platform, okay? And this is made available for anybody that wants to book a group flight, a remaining group flight, or a custom flight that missed out in the first round. However, the change this year is that the Ministry of Hajj has stated that all custom flights bookings must be from the pilgrim's country of residence. This has turned everything on its head from what was happening last year. They're claiming that last year, the ability to book a custom flight from a third country was a mistake, and they didn't actually want that to happen. And so anybody that's booking a custom flight that doesn't want a group flight for a particular reason, that wants to fly their own airline or book a separate business class ticket, must book it from their country of origin, in this case being Australia. Presently, all of the providers are trying to discuss with the Ministry of Hajj to have this changed, because they understand that people from many countries, all countries in fact, want the option to be able to book from a third country because of the issue of dropping children off to be looked after by grandparents, or visiting other places afterwards, or for whatever reason, they want to be able to book from a third country. So whereas last year you were able to, if you were in Australia, you could book a flight from Malaysia or Pakistan or Iraq or Jordan, Egypt, whatever you want, or Europe, as an Australian into and out of Saudi. Okay, this year and at the present moment in time, that functionality has been switched off, and the Ministry of Hajj is wanting everybody to be able only to book from their country of residence. Okay, this is a very big change. We discussed this. We were at a meeting late last night with the Mutawif in Saudi. We had this discussion. They informed us of this change. We asked to say, look, is it something that we should inform everybody of now? Is any chance? Do they think there's a strong chance that they'll be able to change and have the Ministry of Hajj change the system, or Nusuk change their mind to go back? They don't know. It's possible, but we wanted to keep everybody informed so you can plan accordingly. And as we said, we will let you know as and when things change, how things are panning out. So this is the current state of play. So the current state of play is that if you do not book a flight in the first round, okay, if you do not book a flight in the first round of group flights, okay, if you miss out because by the time you log in, it's too late, it's no problem. In the third round, you'll have a chance to book again from Australia, to book a flight. But all of the people that were planning to book a custom flight from another country in and out of Saudi, that is now not possible as of now, or as of whenever they changed or advised them that that's the situation. We are waiting to see if in the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks, by the time round 3 comes about, whether that is going to change. So you need to plan accordingly. There will be, last year there was a 4th round, and we never mentioned this, we haven't mentioned this before, but it's okay to mention it now. Last year there was a 4th round. We said there was a 4th round, but what happened last year, the Ministry of Hajj released, we were told it was nearly 10,000, but I think the actual figure is probably around about 7,500 additional Nusuk platform visas, right? Or additional visas on the Nusuk platform worldwide, okay? And we are waiting to see what amount they're going to do this year. The expectation that will be, we're anticipating this will be at least 5,000. So what this happens is the pool of spaces that are left over from the countries that aren't on Nusuk, so the large Muslim population countries. Last year there was in excess of 20,000 left over, but they allowed, because there was going to be the space, they allowed some of that space to be put onto the Nusuk platform. And so we had a chance, or people in Australia had a chance, or around the world on Nusuk, to book those packages with any excess group flights that are still available, or any custom flights that are available. And the same rule will apply if they don't change the rule as it is now. The custom flights will still need to be from Australia. It is possible, but highly improbable that limited spaces will be available at that point. But inshallah, if the ministry releases, as they have done in the past years, those additional spaces to fill up those visas that weren't taken from other countries, that place will be filled up. In terms of ability to book a package in the different rounds, it's actually quite interesting in that the number of places available in the first round for Australia is quite limited, 650. Okay. In the second round, we don't have access, but there's a lot more places available in the second round for other countries to book. In the third round, the excess quota from Nusuk countries are pulled together, so there's a lot more than 650. It's in the thousands. So you have access to one of the thousands of visas available to book, which is a better statistical odd than 1 in 650. And in the fourth round, it's released by the Ministry of Hajj if they do it again. And if it's in excess of 5,000, then you've got a 1 in 5,000 chance as opposed to a 1 in 650 chance. Or, you're trying to get 1 of 5,000 as opposed to trying to get 1 of 650 visa places. So this is the major change and adjustment to the flights, to the group flights that we had. So I know for a lot of people, it's quite a significant adjustment to take care of, to be aware of. And it's something that you're going to have to adjust for. If there's no other way than to go from overseas, you'll have to adjust your plans accordingly, or we'd have to wait to see if the group flights, the custom flights become available to third-party countries. And this ruling applies to everybody on Nusuk. It's not Islamic travel, it's not Rawaf, it's not this or that. It applies across the board to all countries on the Nusuk platform. Okay, so I'll start, who was there? Dr. Omar?
So in the first round, in the group flights, all the flights are economy flights?
Yes.
Yeah. So that means if I don't want to take risk, that means I should book everything in round one in order not to miss out.
Yes, the expectation is there will be flights, spots available in round 3. But you'd have to be booking it from Australia. You have to book your custom flight from Australia.
Yeah. So
to say, but in terms of you're saying, in terms of wanting to make sure the option, then yes, if you come into round 1 and attempt to make your booking in round 1, you're more guaranteed of getting your place than you are in round 3 or 4.
And what's the possibility of changing it to business class? It only depends on whether the airline had the seats or not, is it?
It's entirely at the discretion of the airline. Yes, they will allow changing of flights to business class, but they will charge. We're obviously going to charge, subject to availability, of course. Yeah.
So it is important that I try to get everything in round 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I would yeah. So the reasonable and sound advice for us to give everybody is based on what's on the screen now. You can see, look, there are less places available in round 1, but that's the round you have options to get around. And the expectation is that all of our Australian quota is going to fill up in the first round. Now, it's theoretically possible that every country could fill up their quota, and therefore there's no pooling of quota left for anybody to choose in round 3. It hasn't happened before, but it's possible. So
Okay.
the safest bet, yes, round 1 and take a chance from there, inshallah.
Thank you.
Yes, brother.
But Shadi?
Yeah. Sorry.
We've got, sorry, Farah,
I just
line?
wanted to ask about so we in the going flight, like it has to be from Australia, but what about the return flight? Does this change apply to, like, it has to go back to Australia, or can it go to a different country?
So when when you're booking your custom flight last year, you weren't able to book what's called a multi-city ticket. So booking from Australia to Saudi and from Saudi back to a different country, that wasn't possible. We don't know if it's possible this year. You will know that when the packages are online and you go through the process of putting in your cart, you'll be able to do a test on the flight booking section to see if you can do that. And if you can, you can, and if you can't, then we can't.
And just remember, everyone,
So we
that
don't know yet.
you're going to have, a good 10 days to 2 weeks to actually practice and see what's there and see what works for you before you put any money in.
Okay.
So obviously you'd want to get it fixed in the first couple of days to know what you're doing. So you give yourself enough time also to transfer your money.
Okay. So look, basically we don't know, like, if we can go to multiple city on the returns or not.
Not until you test it on the Nusuk platform. Yeah.
No, thanks.
When Brother Yusuf, Assalamu alaikum.
I can say, Brother Enes, you need to wait. You're in the queue.
Okay, thank you.
I will call out to you, inshallah.
Thank you.
Just to be fair. Farah?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
This I can use a debit card like the credit card, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Abdul Majid?
Assalamu alaikum, brother. As I was
Walaikum salam.
talking about in the chat, right, it will shatter the plan. I'm sure so many brothers and sisters will be in the same boat, wherein we are the only family members here in overseas. So challenge of getting someone a visa and traveling is very difficult. So I don't know whether you will be able to pass this information further or not. Countries like Australia, they don't just give away tourist visa. They also reject. There's so many other challenges that comes. Getting someone overseas, getting someone from overseas to here, and getting them to the know-how of the neighbor. It's a bit difficult. It's not the same thing for just people like us and getting someone who is the age of 60.
Yes.
being able to manage. So I don't know whether you will be able to pass this information or not, but I just thought I'll share with you. I don't know the reasoning behind this, someone misused or what, but whatever it has happened, it will definitely shatter our plans for sure if this doesn't get changed. The other
Yeah.
thing that I want to understand is in this slide that you have shared, you have talked about round 2, which is Nusuk countries open. But I think I understood it in the other way around, wherein you explained that round 1 is a country specific. That means for Australia, it will be Australia group flights.
Mhm.
And round 2 is for those countries who do not have a group flight option.
Yes. So if they don't have a group flight option, it means they don't have a package, a pre-planned package option either, specific to their country.
Does
But
that
it's only for countries that are on the Nusuk platform that aren't in round 1. So in order to build a package on the Nusuk platform, you must have a group flight attached to it. Okay. So for a country like perhaps Fiji, there's no group flight. Therefore, there's no package built specifically. They'll be booking in round 2 from any of the available packages, and they will book then a custom flight from their country.
Okay, so does that mean that round 2 is not applicable to Australians?
Correct. That's why I said in round 2, we just have to sit and wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jazakallah khair.
Brother Jihad? Brother Jihad?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
Alaikum
salam wa
salam.
rahmatullah. Ahlan.
Just a question. If I'm paying through my debit card, do I need to contact my bank to let them know?
Yep, best to do that because the money's still coming out of your bank account.
Okay, no worries then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So no matter where you're paying from, it's best to speak to your bank before you make any transfers. Inshallah. Brother Nasrullah? Nasrullah?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmah wa ikram. Fadda.
I think most of my questions has been answered, but just one thing, brother, Yunus just brought up is I'll be traveling from New Zealand, but I would really love to go with you guys because I see one of the brothers here from Canberra Masjid too, so it'll be good to catch up with him. Is it best to go with the New Zealand group, or is it best to can I still join you guys there in Australia?
Are you in New Zealand?
I'm in New Zealand at the moment. Yes, I just came last Tuesday.
But when you applied on your Nusuk, where did you put your residence?
New Zealand.
So you should be able to see our package from New Zealand because New Zealand, Australia, and I believe Fiji, but we're not sure about Fiji. But New Zealand and Australia, they've linked the two, so you should be able to see our package. But
Okay,
if you're
well, that'll
booking
be
our
good.
package, then you'll be flying from one of the Australian cities.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Just that's answered one other question, but so the other thing is we just have to wait for the e-wallet to be activated, then we can select to the stages because on my application on the Nusuk, I'm up to the stage 6, which is already verified and everything, but the packages in the e-wallet is still pending. So once they are open, then I'll be able to select.
Correct.
Okay, shukran.
Brother Zoom. Brother Zoom user. I know you told us your name last time, but my memory is not good. Sorry. Brother Zoom? Oh, it's disappeared?
No, they're gone.
Okay.
Next.
Sayyid Mustafa? Calling Sayyid Mustafa.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmah wa ikram. Fadl.
Yeah, my question is very simple. I just wanted to understand when we get this e-wallet activated, how much money you recommend that we need to transfer minimum, and then again the another question on this same line is basically if we able to transfer the excess amount, is that excess amount would be refunded, or can we have an option that we can retrieve it back after the selection of the package payment?
Yes, but yes to both questions. We talked about this through the talk. Any excess amount is refunded, and the minimum amount is up to you. I would transfer $50 is fine to transfer just to test it.
And what could be the maximum amount per passenger it would be?
Well, whatever the maximum package is for the most expensive package on the system. So it just depends on which package you want to go for. The maximum that you can transfer at any one time is going to be up to your bank. But you wouldn't be transferring the maximum amount until you've seen the packages and you know which package you want. So the luxury package is the most expensive. It's going to be around about the $24,000 mark.
Yeah. So just remember as well, we're going to be having a meeting when the packages are up to just make sure people don't feel overwhelmed and they know what they're doing in regards to the packages, in regards to transfer into the e-wallet to match the packages that they want. So,
Yep. So Munir?
Brother Munir?
Assalamu alaikum. Is there any way we can pre-reserve the packages or something?
No. Okay. First come, first serve on the day of booking, inshallah.
Okay. Jazakumullah khair.
Brother Enes.
Enes, your turn now. Bismillah.
Coming, Dobro, super, yes.
Dobro, Father.
So you're saying on 9 is the booking, isn't it? That's when we should be ready.
9th is Saudi time, so it could be late at night our time or early morning on the 10th. Yes.
Okay.
We'll get the specific time closer to the.
We'll notify you before it, inshallah.
So I should do booking, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
What is the booking then? What is ours?
It's
Brother,
not
Assalamu
nice.
alaikum, brother.
Alaikum salam.
I'm just a little bit confused because I'm not familiar to this thing, but inshallah, I'm sure that you will take care of us and Anas will do it as well. But my concern, it was like after would we take the packages and then the tickets, what is this like the flight, and how are we gonna do this? Like a flight, is it in the e-wallet there? We selected the
So
flight.
my advice is that I'm going to send Brother Enes a link to the talks we've had before. We've covered this in detail, but everything is done on the Nusuk platform. And again, when packages are online, we're going to go through the process for booking, how to actually book a package as well, inshallah.
Excellent. Jazakallah khair. That's all I needed. Thank you.
So watch the video, and if you have questions after, reach out to us, inshallah.
Inshallah. Shukran.
Inshallah.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Hang on. Who's this, Brother Anis?
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Brother Anis, you need to wait. There are people in the queue, sorry. So just to be fair to everybody, we need to go in order. Hussi was next.
Hussein, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
This is my first time joining your session because normally my daughter and her mother are the one in charge of following this information.
Yes.
And the family member who are going is my wife and our son. And my question is, first of all, are we going to get the record of all this session, whatever said in this session?
Yes, we've been putting the link to all the recordings on the group.
Okay, thank you very much. The other question is, when my son and my wife, inshallah, get opportunity to go there, are they going to stay in the same premises, or how does it work? In Mina and
This is a very big question. No. You're talking about in the same room or in the same hotel?
Of course, the same hotel, right? How about in Mina? Same tent or?
No, there's male tents and there's female tents.
They're all in the same approximate area.
Same location, yes, but male and female, yes, next to each other.
So you also said the primary, when we pay for the package, only pay primary whatever applicant using.
No, you're only topping up. You're only using the primary account holder's e-wallet for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there's 3 people, you'll just you put all 3 in the one e-wallet, inshallah.
Inshallah, jazakallah khairan.
Why?
Inshallah. Welcome.
Faisal left.
Assalamu alaikum.
I came back.
Faisal is around.
Yes. Okay, good, Faisal. Fadal.
Assalamu alaikum. Kaifa halak?
Salam. Ahlan. Welcome.
Just a quick one, brothers. With the round 3, as you mentioned, we have to drop our younger children that are under 12 and not allowed. So, I mean, just as a hypothetical example, I need to drop my daughter at Muscat, and we need to start the flight from Melbourne, which will be where we are located. So hopefully we should have options, Melbourne to Muscat, Muscat to Jeddah or Medina, and then same way back.
Inshallah. So when you're doing the search in the custom round,
yep,
you it's like you're searching. You're using a travel agent's
correct
search. Now it's up to the API. It's up to the search engine of that travel agent. Last year they had all of the flights. They had Thai Airways, Oman Air, Etihad, everything.
Yes.
I can't imagine they will change that because they want to maximize their ability to sell the flight. So you would then have to pick, and one of the good things about Oman Air, good or bad, but probably good in this situation, they have very long transit times. So
Right.
in Muscat, if you book your flight using the custom flight
Yes.
via Oman or via Muscat, you'll have a long enough transit time that you could drop off the kids, inshallah.
Jazakallah. Inshallah khair.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Just, Brother Yusuf, just so we can look after time and stick to the time that we prescribed, we're going to stop at Nasrullah. You're going to be the last question from today's gathering, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So, Brother Bashar, tfaddal. Bashar? Last call, Brother Bashar.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa
rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
So, when you load the e-wallet and let's say that you don't get a package for this year, how does the refund work? Do you have to wait till the Hajj is finished, or
last Hajj? Yes, you had to. So this Hajj, Allah Alam.
So did you have anyone last year that couldn't get a package until round 4?
From our group, the people that register with us,
yeah,
so when it comes time the package is there, we're going to send out another form, a link to a form. We're going to ask you, have you saved this form to your shopping cart? Have you saved the flight to your shopping cart? Have you gone through these steps? All the people that did answer those questions and did the steps that we took got a package, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, because it sounds like in round 1, like you said, 650 packages for all Australia. So not many are going to get.
Yeah, last year it took 4 rounds to sell all the packages. So people were booking in the 3rd and 4th round still.
So
So
you're expecting even if they do round 4, it should be done before the end of Feb.
Yes, that's something else we had in the meeting, is that the Ministry of Hajj is pushing Nusuk, the people running the Nusuk system, to have all of the bookings completed before Ramadan.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So we have Islamic travel. We have a high hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, everybody that has intention and applies and relies on Allah completely, whether you're doing round 1, 2, or 3, that inshallah you get a Hajj, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
And even like in round 3, you'll be having a chance to book within the group.
Yeah, all of the other than round 2, for any bookings that's open to Australia, you'll have a chance to book our packages.
Yeah, and we'll be communicating day by day what's going on.
Inshallah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Shanila? Shanila? Last call, Sister Shanila.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome.
I just had a question about the booking of packages, or the flights rather, and say I had to book it late in round 4. Would I be losing out on opportunities with the hotels that are available at that point? They may have filled up, is that correct?
It's possible that certain packages may have filled up. If there's a booking opportunity in round 4, that means that there's packages available. Okay? And it just depends on which of the hotels that we're using have been filled up, and if we're building a package around another hotel. So if, say, for example, the hotels that we list on our current packages are filled, then we'll build a package around a different hotel, but that'll all be published and made available to everyone to check what's there. But we don't expect, the hotels have quite a number of rooms, quite a number of availability. But yes, some packages will definitely be, if you wait until round 4, some packages will be sold and we'll build another package. So it might be a different combination. We might have, for example, rooms in the Mecca hotel because that has more rooms available, but the Medina hotel has less rooms, so it'll be a different Medina hotel from our original package. But whatever it is, it'll be online for you to see before you make your booking. So you'll be able to check the hotel, check where it is, see what's happening, and then book accordingly.
Okay, inshallah. And would they be in each of the tiers, like the standard, the premium, and luxury, or would it just be limited to, say, standard?
No, it'll be in all of the tiers, but I can tell you that the Majad Al Kabsh camp will likely not be available by round 3 or 4.
Okay.
So if it's a luxury package, it'll be a luxury package, or hotels, 5-star, but with the Mu'asim camp, because there are only a limited number of beds in the Majad Al Kabsh camp. They'll all go in round 1, 2, and maybe early part of round 3. very quickly.
Okay, thank you. And just one more question to do with the round 4. When is that expected to be? Would that be, you've mentioned also just now, trying to finish all the bookings before Ramadan. So would that be the timeline around that before Ramadan, just a week or so before Ramadan?
Probably in the last few days before Ramadan, if at all, because we got the 9th is the first round, the 16th is scheduled for round 2, so probably maybe the 20th, 21st, early 20s for round 3, and that's also subject to the ministry doing what they've done in the last years by releasing those extra 5,000 plus packages. We have a hope and expectation that it will do it because it's done it before, and they want to fill up all the beds. So if whatever's left, they're going to try and fill it up. But yes, the expectation is all be done by end of Ramadan, inshallah.
So based on last year, it went for about 2 weeks, the whole purchasing phase. So it could be similar, it could be less, it could be a little bit more, but it's something thereabouts, inshallah.
Okay, khair, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
Faisal, brother Faisal.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Tafadhal.
With regards to stage 3, the customs flight, all will be done in Nusuk, I believe?
Yes.
Okay. If I were to be successful in stage 3 or 4, the packages that I can select is from Islamic Travel as well, right? It's not from any other provider?
Yes, you'll have access to our packages as well, inshallah.
In stages 3 and 4, eh?
Yes, inshallah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Just a quick note. We're repeating some of the questions and the answers like a number of times. So we just be vigilant of that, Yusuf. They're being repeated. So if I hear them again, we're going to say, please watch the recording. So next one, brother Eddie.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm just trying to get my head around the group flight. So I understand, mashallah, there'll be enough seats for 400 people going from Australia. But with the packages, does every package have at least one group flight option, or how does that work?
It has to have an option. You can't have a package online in round 1 without group flights.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Because on one of the slides it said, and also just the way Nusuk works, so I'm still under verified, so I haven't, I've been rejected, I've done a new photo, alhamdulillah. But on one of your slides it says to put in your preferred package, and then on the next line it said to put in your desired group flight. So does that mean that you have an option to pick a different type of a group flight per package?
What that means is that we might have flights on a package, we'll have flights from Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. So you'll choose the one that you want.
Yeah, okay. And then just based off the back of your comment, you will definitely have packages that include Majid al-Kabash as well.
Yes.
Yeah, Jazakallah khair. Sincerely, thank you so much.
Yeah, inshallah, welcome. Okay, Anas.
No, that's all. Alhamdulillah.
No, brother. Brother Anas.
Your voice again. Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Not Anis, brother Anas.
Sorry.
Welcome, Ahlan Salah. Brother Muhammad Khan.
No, brother Anas. Sorry, brother Anas.
Anas. This is Anas, A-N-I-S. Fadal. Anis. Last call, brother Anis.
Brother Anis.
Okay, maybe he's having coffee break or something.
Come back to him. Yep.
Brother Muhammad.
There he is. Yeah, mashallah, yes.
Walaikum assalam. Brother, I wanted to know how many days are there between round 1, round 2, and round 3, or round 4 possibly, and what will be the difference in the availability of the travel airline seats on those rounds, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, how it all varies between
so brother, you'll have to watch round 1 is 9th of February, round 2 is scheduled for 16th of February. The rest we don't know yet.
Okay.
Just follow the announcements and everything. We'll be letting you know before it happens by at least a couple of days, inshallah.
Yeah. So we'll let you know, and there'll be flights available until they're sold. Until our group flights are sold out, they'll be available all through the stages, inshallah.
And custom flights in the rounds 3
and 4.
So forth, you can choose whatever airline is available on the actual website.
Assalamu alaikum. Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Like, how can we make it possible, although it's only Allah can make it possible, to get the seat in the first round itself? I mean, is there any tips and tricks to?
So we will go through when the bookings are available. The key is going to be
for that one.
We'll have a meeting. We'll go through the key, and we'll send out to everybody that's registered with us. And this is why you've probably seen, just so everyone's aware, we've been removing phone numbers from the WhatsApp group because we obviously we need to prioritize our support and help for those that are wanting to join or invested to join with us, because there are going to be tips and tricks that we're going to give out for those people that are registered that are booking the packages with us. When the time comes, we will go through that process, inshallah.
Okay.
Very
Jazakallah.
Sister Sophia.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
I just had a question with regards to my brother and I, we're still waiting for our verification. So, but if I'm verified beforehand and the booking's open, am I able to purchase for myself? And then once he becomes verified, then I can book for him in the third round? Is that am I able to do that?
No, if he's not verified in the first round when you're booking, detach him from your account. Okay. And you'll have to book yourself, and then you have to book separately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Once you're booked, you're not going to be into the system, into the booking pages.
Oh, okay. All right.
The
And
assumption.
so, okay, yep. Sorry.
The
So
assumption, sorry, keep going.
because I'll be the primary account holder. So what if he gets verified before I do, and then I book a package for him? So does that mean he'll?
No. If only one of you is verified.
Yeah.
Okay, and it comes to the 8th of February or the 9th of February before the booking opens.
Yeah.
If only one of you is verified, you need to detach each other.
Okay.
But Nusuk will work. Have you loaded up both your passports and things? Nusuk will work to verify everybody before the 9th, inshallah.
Yeah. The assumption is you're both going to get on there. So that becomes a null question.
Yeah.
Okay, inshallah. Oh, okay, no worries. Jazakallah.
Wa yakum.
محمد غريبة. محمد تفضل.
Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Just a quick question. When you choose the package, what's include like room, hotels, time departure, time arrival, transport between the places over there?
Hani?
Yeah, well, basically our packages, Brother Muhammad, we'll be talking about the details of those individual packages. But yes, the packages include everything to do with hotels, accommodation, and your eating and everything like that, and transport. And then you have in the package as well, you add the flight. So when you go to the website, you're going to see the package, and you're going to see next to it the flight to add to the package.
So why put the money before to choose?
Even if the packages aren't online, you can start loading money. We said to everybody the minimum package is going to be $13,000. So you know that you need to have at least $13,000 in there. So you can start to load up, and then you can load up 5,000, 10,000 if you want. And then once the package is there, you can work it out to the various amount. Or you don't have to. You can just do the test of $50 and go from there. Up to you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we have inshallah. And that's what, like we mentioned, start with a small amount, and then you can start putting maybe half the amount next, or put the total amount. But you don't want to do too many transactions to make your time difficult for you to get all your money in before the packages become live. Brother Nasrullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Jazakallah khair. Most of the questions been answered again, but I just one thing. If I wanted to secure, say you guys are flying with Emirates, right?
Yep.
If I wanted to secure and pay for the package, am I able to add, say, flight from Jeddah to Afghanistan and continue back on the same scenario, or should I don't really want to wait for the third and fourth round. So am I able to secure the package and pay for it and everything, and talk to Emirates directly to see if I can add another flight? And
once you pay for the package and you get the ticket in your hand, you can do what you want with the flight.
Oh, alhamdulillah.
Up to whatever the airlines allow you. The airline might say no.
Okay.
So the airline might say no. So it's up to whatever the airline allows and charges you to do.
No, that's fine. So I just want to be I want to secure the package, and then instead of waiting for the third and fourth round, I was hoping to pay for it and was able to add another flight from Jeddah and the same line. That's all.
I would tell. I want to make this clear for everybody. Do not book in the first round expecting that what you want to do with the airline you'll be able to do.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll try, but we make no guarantees, and we have no we have no support on that matter. You won't be able to come and say I need to change my ticket. I want to do this and that. We're not involved in any of that process with the airline. That's entirely at the airline's discretion.
Understandable. Jazakallah khair.
Okay, you want to close it there?
Yeah, I think we gave everyone a chance. Any questions unanswered, you're welcome to message us.
Yep.
But we need to finish it off to close up.
Brother, I've been waiting, putting my hand up.
Zoom user, we asked you.
We asked you from the beginning. You disappeared.
Oh, sorry. Maybe I.
That's all right. We'll give you the opportunity. We'll close up with yourself.
Yeah, I just wanna, because I am already verified, but my family member not verified yet.
You have to wait.
I have to wait still?
Yes, that's all you have to do is have to wait.
Okay.
Yeah. There's thousands and thousands of people waiting to be verified. They're going to get verified. We just have to wait, inshallah.
Because they haven't rejected nothing.
No rejection is good. If under verification, just have to wait.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
So anyone that has any other questions, you can reach out to out personally. If we don't answer you today, then we can speak to you tomorrow, inshallah, and answer your question directly. Jazakallah khair for everyone's attendance. Inshallah, just get ready. This week might be a busy week. So we might have maybe a couple of meetings and important meetings. One might be involving the packages themselves. So look out for that. And also just a Q&A for the e-wallet as well, just to make sure that everybody's on top of everything. And we're by your side, just like we've told you before, inshallah. Inshallah, Allah make easy. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam taslima kathira. No worries.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.